A trauma bond is a deep, unhealthy emotional attachment to someone who's abusive, manipulative, or harmful. It typically involves a cycle of love, affection, pain, and fear, which ends up creating confusion and dependency in the victim. Here are some signs a person may be trauma bonded to an abuser. The first is if there's extreme highs and lows in the relationship. So moments of love, affection, or attention are followed by neglect, manipulation, or abuse. This hot and cold behavior creates confusion and an emotional roller coaster for the victim. The second is if a victim starts making excuses for their abuser's harmful behavior, even though they know the behavior is damaging. They'll convince themselves that the abuser didn't mean it, or that things will improve if they just change, and try harder to not do the things that upset the abuser. The third is that the victim will hold out hope that the abuser will change and go back to the person they were at the beginning of the relationship. The fourth is the victim fears being left by the abuser even though the relationship is harmful. This fear keeps the person stuck in the cycle because they feel the abuser is their only source of love and support. The fifth is when a person experiences self-doubt and confusion due to the abuser using tactics like gaslighting to make the victim doubt their own perception of events. The sixth is being isolated from family, friends, and other support systems, because without outside perspectives, the victim is typically unable to see the toxicity of the relationship, which makes them even more dependent on the abuser. Someone who's trauma bonded to an abuser has this strong emotional attachment to them that makes it so difficult to leave the relationship, even if they can see that it's harmful. They'll feel like they need the abuser and that they can't survive without them. They may even believe that the abuse is their fault and that they deserved it, or that if they just love the abuser hard enough and take really good care of them and do everything they can to not upset them, that it'll eventually lead to a happier, healthier, more stable relationship. And that is why trauma bonds are so hard to break, and why people stay stuck in toxic relationships for years.